What's up, dirtbags? Today we're gonna dive into the Altra Experience Wild 2. This is a brand spanking new iteration of the shoe that came out in the last couple of years, the original Experience Wild, which you see here. I've had the chance to play with this initial version over the last 12 months, and I definitely have to say I'm a huge fan of this shoe. The Experience Wild 2 keeps the same spirit of that original Experience Wild model, but there definitely are some very minor to moderate changes that have made this shoe much better from 1 to 2. You've got that same compression molded midsole and that grippy max track bottom on the lugs that we've come to know from Altra, but now there's a slightly beefed up mesh here in this toe box. You can see it when you're looking at the design of the shoe. Here on this original model, I can definitely see that over the last year, I'm starting to kind of blow through that toe. Maybe I have a little bit of drag there. I've started to eat up on that EVA molded foam a little bit. So this shoe definitely is like a pretty soft shoe, especially in this first model, and they have made changes because again, reinforced mesh upper, a little bit better of a molding in that midsole right there and that compression on the bottom there. So basically what they've done from Model 1 to Model 2 of this shoe is they've increased the breathability and the durability of the shoe with that reinforced mesh upper and a little bit better of a molding job on this foam midsole. They've really fixed all of the issues that came in that Model 1. So definitely some super solid upgrades across the board in this Experience Wild 2. Slipping into these right out of the gate, you feel that Ultra, classic comfort, open toes, but what you are getting in this shoe, like I said, is that 4mm drop with a little bit more cushioning. So right out of the box, these shoes feel fantastic on your feet. There's zero break-in time. You throw them on and you are ready to walk right out of the store, right out of the box. They are mega comfort, super supportive, nice and grippy, good lugs. These are just that shoe that you're not gonna have to put a ton of work in to break in before you take them on the trail. They're just ready to go right out of the gate. The extra Achilles padding that you see here on the inside of the shoe definitely does a good job of hugging the heel nice and tight. And then again, you just have that splayed open toe box on these Altra shoes. So it allows your foot to be held in a way that just feels pretty magical, like a nice cloud. They're just sitting in a super comfortable position. Your toes aren't bunched up in the front, your heel's locked in the back, and you have a little bit of extra cushion compared to those zero drop Altra shoes. So, if you're just looking for that, shoe that transitions really smoothly, has great outsole design, digs into dirt and rocks and things underfoot, this shoe is a fantastic shoe. Coming in at $140, this is a pretty fairly priced shoe, a nice kind of intro to trail running shoe to get you into that sport for any trail running, for any long distance hiking, or just utilizing this day to day from trail to the bar, to work, to the grocery store. It's just a really, easy, fun, compact shoe with a fairly minimal design that performs well at the same time. So you can't really go wrong with this one. Like with all of Altra's trail runners here, you've got that piece in the back for your gaiters. So you are able to wear those if you are using them as a trail shoe to keep all of that debris out. So maybe that was made this way with those gaiter traps in mind in the back, but just something to take note of. It's a little bit open here, more like a traditional shoe. So you could get some sand and little pebbles in the front and the back, but again, wear the gaiter if you're using it for that. And the midsole lacks maybe a little bit of pop. It's not a super stiff shoe. Like I said, it's comfortable out of the box, so it's a little bit softer. So it doesn't have like a ton of pop out of the box. So you just a nice, comfortable, softer shoe. So something to take note of as a few cons of this shoe. So bottom line here is the Experience 2 better than the Experience 1? Yes, this shoe has received some pretty thoughtful upgrades. Again, it's more comfortable, it's more durable, and it's more breathable. What else do you want from a trail running shoe? I don't think you really could have asked for more. They didn't change a ton, but they changed exactly what people said was wrong with this one, and they made it better. So at a price point of $140, I think as an intro to trail running shoe that's gonna get you going right out of the box, not much of a break-in period, this is a fantastic shoe for you. If you would like to pick this shoe up at our website, head on over to ridgeandriver.com for 10% off of your order for these shoes or anything else on our website. And don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, like this video, let us know if you like these shoes or what trail runners you use. Thanks so much for watching. We hope to see you out on the trails. Later.